I am Maria Garcia de Florin. Albertus Magno lived around the year 1200 in Germany. His family was of military origin, but he decided on a life of intellectual training. He studied at the University of Padua, the Trivium, which included grammar, rhetoric, and dialectics, and the Quadrivium, where he studied arithmetic, geometry, astrology, and music. In 2023, he entered the Dominican order, also called the Order of Preachers, and he passed through various places spreading these arts and sciences that he had learned with great care. He was clear that his charism is to pray, study, and teach. He was considered a star scholar when he passed through the universities of Ragenburg, Paris, and Cologne. His contributions to Western intellectual life were immense. Albert was a scientist, philosopher, theologian, spiritual writer, and diplomat. He was appointed bishop but resigned after 3 years. As bishop, in obedience to his vow of poverty, he preferred to walk rather than to travel on horseback on his parish visits. Pope Urban IV reassigned him to assist in discussions regarding the Eighth Crusade. Albert wrote 38 volumes on a notable number of topics. He wrote about friendship, love, logic, theology, justice, law, geography, and astronomy. His empirical approach to science, based on observation and experiment in the fields of zoology and botany, is strikingly modern. Well, he said that you have to desire knowledge for knowledge. And there is no science without exact knowledge of geographical places, their differences, and the causes thereof. Those who do not ask themselves about these things make a serious mistake. Albert even wrote about music. He was fascinated by the mathematical proportions inherent in music, which he examined through plain chant. He considered silence as an integral part of music. His greatest contribution, however, was being the first to comment on virtually all of Aristotle's writings and pass it on to the next generations. The most famous among his students was St. Thomas Aquinas, who would write after the Summa Theologica, the most complete assimilation of Aristotle's thought into Christian theology. St. Albert said that every teacher can create a masterpiece by forming a student in the image of Christ. About the Virgin Mary, he said, Mary is not a mere helper. She's a cooperator and companion. She participates in the kingdom exactly as she participated in the Lord's suffering for the human race. Albert also studied Muslim Aristotelian scholars such as Averroes and introduced the study of Aristotle to the Dominican school. As provincial of the Dominic order, he highly valued teaching and study programs. The school Albert established in Rome would become the Angelicum, the Pontifical University of St. Thomas Aquinas. Albert the Great is considered the father of education. He died on November 15, 2080, in the city of Cologne, Germany, leaving a great philosophical and theological legacy, convinced that with God we always win.